Shemu'ėl Aleph, chapter 7. And the men of Kiriath Ye'arim came and took the ark of Yahweh, and brought it into the house of Abinadab on the hill, and set apart Eleazar his son to guard the ark of Yahweh. And it came to be, from the day that the ark remained in Kiriath Ye'arim, that the time increased, it came to be 20 years. And all the house of Israel lamented after Yahweh. And Shemu'ėl spoke to all the house of Israel, saying, If you return to Yahweh with all your hearts, then put away the foreign mighty ones and Ashtaroth from among you, and prepare your hearts for Yahweh, and serve him only, so that he delivers you from the hand of the Philistines. And the children of Israel put away the Baals and Ashtaroth, and served Yahweh only. And Shemu'ėl said, Gather all Israel to Mitzpah, and let me pray to Yahweh for you. And they gathered to Mitzpah, and drew water, and poured it out before Yahweh. And they fasted that day, and said there, We have sinned against Yahweh. And Shemu'ėl rightly ruled the children of Israel at Mitzpah. And when the Philistines heard that the children of Israel had gathered together at Mitzpah, the princes of the Philistines went up against Israel. And the children of Israel heard of it, and were afraid of the Philistines. And the children of Israel said to Shemu'ėl, Do not cease to cry out to Yahweh our Elohim for us, that he would save us from the hand of the Philistines. And Shemu'ėl took a suckling lamb, and offered it as an ascending offering completely to Yahweh. And Shemu'ėl cried out to Yahweh for Israel, and Yahweh answered him. And it came to be, as Shemu'ėl offered up the ascending offering, the Philistines drew near to battle against Israel. But Yahweh thundered with a great noise on that day on the Philistines, and troubled them, and they were smitten before Israel. And the men of Israel went out from Mitzpah, and pursued the Philistines, and struck them as far as below Beit-Kar. And Shemu'ėl took a stone, and set it up between Mitzpah and Shen, and called its name Even Ha'ezer, saying, Thus far Yahweh has helped us. Thus the Philistines were humbled, and no longer came into the border of Israel. And the hand of Yahweh was against the Philistines all the days of Shemu'ėl. And the cities which the Philistines had taken from Israel were returned to Israel, from Ekron to Gath, and Israel recovered its border from the hands of the Philistines, and there was peace between Israel and the Amorites. And Shemu'ėl rightly ruled Israel all the days of his life, and each year he made the rounds of Beit-El, and Gilgal, and Mitzpah, and rightly ruled Israel in all those places. Then he returned to Ramah, for his home was there, and there he rightly ruled Israel, and there he built a slaughter place to Yahweh.